This episode of Inclusion Revolution Radio is brought to you by Gallagher. Since 2020, Gallagher has been a global partnership with Special Olympics, supporting our sports and coaches' development through programs, grants, major games, sponsorships, and the fourth-year mentorship content series focused on coaches, mentors, and inclusion.
What's your story?
What does accessibility mean to you?
Hello and welcome to another episode of the special edition of Inclusion Revolution Radio, collaboration with accessiBe's Spotlight Sessions. My name is Josh Basil. I'm your co-host for today's show. I'm a C4-5 quadriplegic, paralyzed below my shoulders, and a power wheelchair user. I'm the Community Relations Manager at accessiBe and a passionate disability rights advocate and trial attorney focused on breaking down barriers to access and inclusion for people with disabilities.
I'm Novi Craven, your other co-host for today's show. I'm a proud Special Olympics athlete and employee of Special Olympics International. I play bocce, basketball, and about any other sport you can think of. I love Special Olympics and the work our organization does to promote friendship, respect, and of course inclusion.
And in honor of Autism Awareness Month, we're privileged to sit down with NBA player Tony Snell. Beyond his impressive career on the court, Tony's personal journey is one of profound significance. Diagnosed with autism in 2023, after his son was diagnosed at 18 months, Tony's story embodies resilience, advocacy, and courage. Today, we delve into his experiences navigating the NBA while shedding light on the importance of acceptance and understanding. Thank you so much for joining us today, Tony, and welcome to the Inclusion Revolution podcast.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
We're excited to have you on today's program.
Yeah, same here.
Can you walk us through your basketball journey, starting with high school in LA and Phoenix, then playing college basketball in New Mexico, and finally in the NBA?
High school, I started off in Hawthorne High School for my freshman and sophomore year. It's in LA. I never played really original ball. So like my freshman, sophomore year, I was like a street ball player. So, I had to learn how to play in an organized way. So I played my first 2 years in Hawthorne High School. And then I moved to Moreno Valley where my other families were. They said it was nice down there, keep me out of trouble. So I moved to Moreno Valley, went to Moreno Valley High School my junior year. And then after I was done with that year, my senior year, I went to Riverside, Martin Luther King Riverside, where Kawhi Leonard played at. And it was a really good team. And that's how I got my name recognized. Even though I played center, that helped me be versatile in my game. And from there, I had an AAU coach. His name is Marvin Lee. I still talk to him to this day. He really saved me from showing my full potential, my full skills by putting me to point guard, AAU. And that's when I started getting looks from colleges. But then I didn't take the SAT, so I had to go to prep school in Arizona, West Wind Prep. It's in Arizona. I don't know if they're there now, but I went there the whole year trying to pass the SAT, and I did. And the whole time, New Mexico was following me the whole way. So I committed there, played for Steve Alford and Coach Neal of 3 years, the best 3 years of my life. I learned, I've grown really both on and off the court, but I was impressed of how much I've grown off the court because a lot of my college teammates would tell you I was a mute. I didn't really talk much, socially, distancing myself, but being around them every day helped me grow a lot. And I got drafted to the Chicago Bulls. 20th pick was first round. The team I've been looking for my whole life. Michael Jordan been my idol. So being there, playing for 3 years, and then I got traded to Milwaukee Bucks, and I played there for 3 years. Then I got traded to Detroit, played there for a year. Then COVID happened. And after COVID, went to Atlanta Hawks, played there for a year, made it to the East Conference Finals with Trey Young. And then that summer, went to Portland Trailblazers with Damian Lillard. And I got traded, I think, around January, maybe February trade deadline to New Orleans Pelicans. Well, I got traded with CJ McCollum, and they made it to the playoffs. We lost to the Phoenix Suns that year, but yeah, that's my 9 year career in the NBA, and I'm currently playing for the main G League Celtics, main Portland. Just trying to spread awareness of people on the spectrum, and I'm here right now.
Wow. All I can say is wow. Those players you just named were wow. I mean, amazing. Great story.
Thank you.
Are y- are there any moments from your career that started out as your favorite?
As my favorite, I would say just the journey in general, growing on and off the court, mainly off because I know my hard work's gonna pay off on the court, but mainly off the court, using my voice, learning social cues, just learning from that aspect is probably my biggest accomplishment.
And beyond basketball, your personal journey, especially regarding your autism diagnosis, has touched so many people's lives. Could you share with us a moment when you realized that you wanted to share your diagnosis with the world and kind of what motivated you to do so?
Mainly my wife, because I always felt like myself and felt different, but my wife saw something different, and mainly my oldest, my boys, both of my boys, since I found out that he was on the spectrum, helped me want to step forward and let him know that it's okay to be different because I know that feeling of growing up different and not being able to connect with people. So I wanted to step forward and open up. Even though I'm a very private person, my wife helped me try to open up more, share my story, and I'm doing it for my boys and other people out there who we can relate to, and let everybody know it's okay to be different.
Thank you for sharing that with us. And if you could share a little bit more, tell us a little bit about how your diagnosis influenced your perspective on life and your role as an advocate around autism awareness.
Just being diagnosed pretty much confirmed what I've always been feeling the whole time. It's just now it's a label to it, but yeah, it just helps me confirm like all the moments of everything from childhood till now. But I'm very excited to be a part of something that I can relate to and let everybody know. So sky's the limit. You know, everybody has a gift, and use that gift and just keep striving, and you'll make something happen.
Beautifully said.
What advice would you give to children who may be facing similar challenges related to autism or other de- med- developmental differences and want to play sports professionally?
For me, embrace the challenges. Like growing up, you're gonna always have a challenge. Face it. If you want to play football, spend a lot of time playing football. If you want to any sport you play, just spend a lot of time with it. Build your confidence. I know that you go against anybody. Believe in yourself. When you put a lot of time in and you believe in yourself, that's all you really need is believe in yourself, and you can go beyond this world.
And we all know that you attended the World Games last summer in Berlin, where both your sons participated in the Young Athletes demonstration. How did this experience influence your decision to get more involved with the Special Olympics?
Mainly for my boys, me and my wife and my kids and my boys. That was a great experience for all of us. Like even for myself, I've never been around that kind of environment. It was amazing. It was phenomenal, and seeing how everybody how they compete is just the competitive spirit is amazing. Just love being around that. It's a great feeling.
That's awesome.
Tell Tony, I can compare to you. I'm very competitive myself, so definitely, you know. Can you tell us more about your foundation and its mission?
My foundation is to unite people and do sports and any way we possibly can, and that's and go and grow from there.
And Tony, you played in the NBA for 9 seasons. With the recent NBA trade deadline, there's been an outpouring of support uh, regarding your support from the basketball community, urging that a team sign you for a 10th season, thereby making you eligible for the NBA's lifetime family health insurance plan. Can you share the significance to your family of what it would mean to be signed and receive these premium benefits, and kind of why it's especially important for families raising children with autism?
What I feel is important for my family, just like in any career, you want to work for your benefits. Like teachers, when you work a certain amount of years, you get a benefit. It's the same on my side. Trying to reach a 10-year mark to reap the benefits and working for it, and I'm gonna continue to work for it so I get the benefits. And like just at any job you're in, you want to have as much benefits as possible, and that's what I'm working for.
And understanding kind of that every case is unique. There seems to be a bigger argument to be made here about many families and individuals having to fight for access to the right to healthcare and supports,
Hmm.
something which the Special Olympics has been striving for on behalf of those with intellectual disabilities for 6 decades. Can you share some of your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I would really want to help out. I know it's a pain to be on the waiting list, and I really want to change that the best way I possibly can. I continue to show awareness, and I really, even for families who can't provide the help, like the minorities, especially in the Black community, it's difficult for them to try to get in there, and I want to help as much as possible to try to, if people and their family need some help, provide the help as fast way as possible instead of being on a waiting list for a certain amount of time. And I want to change that.
And changing that you are. So thank you for having these conversations.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes,
What does inclusion mean to you?
I think inclusion means to include everyone, and like it's super important. I feel like everyone deserves to feel included in this world, regardless of who you are. Just include everybody to work for the same goal. I think that's what inclusion is.
Thank you for joining us as we explore the amazing journey of Tony Snell. From his time on the court to his compliment to advocacy, Tony's story exemplified resilience and compassion. As we celebrate his achievement both in and out of the NBA, let's embrace his message of unity and understanding.
You can learn more about accessiBe, the Inclusion Revolution Radio, and Special Olympics by subscribing on YouTube and following us on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Find us on our handles at accessiBe_community and at Special Olympics. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Novi. Thank you all for being here today with us. And we're looking forward to our next episode. Bye, everyone. Bye, Tony.
Thank you.